So hello everyone and I welcome you all to APJ Academy where we are nurturing the young minds to become doctor and engineers just like you will become doctor and engineers in the near future. So ये हमारी है जेई की क्लास जिसमें हम टॉप मोस्ट आपको क्वालिटी प्रोवाइड कर रहे हैं. तो इलेक्ट्रोस्टैटिक जैसा कि हमें पता है कि वर्ड यहां पर इलेक्ट्रोस्टैटिक खुद बता रहा है कि भाई वेयर चार्जेस जब हमारे पास रेस्ट पर होंगे तो फिर ये कैसे काम करेगा, ये चीज हमें इस चैप्टर में पढ़नी है. तो ये एक एग्जांपल देखिए कि अगर मैं एक चार्ज ऑब्जेक्ट को एक रनिंग वाटर के पास लेके आता हूं तो ये चार्ज क्या करेगा, इसको अपनी तरफ वाटर को अट्रैक्ट कर लेगा और ये जो आपको फ्लो ऑफ वाटर दिख रहा है ये क्या हो रहा है, इसकी तरफ अट्रैक्ट होते हुए जा रहा है. ठीक है. सो बट बिफोर वी प्रोसीड आई वांट टू नो कि भाई क्वालिटी वगैरह सब कुछ फाइन है. बिफोर वी प्रोसीड आई वांट टू नो दैट हाउ इज आवर क्वालिटी ऑफ ऑडियो एंड वीडियो. इफ एवरीथिंग फाइन वी कैन प्रोसीड. And I'm very happy to announce that India's best faculty for NEET and JEE is now on APJ Academy, where you are getting the topmost faculty for physics, chemistry, maths, bio. तो सभी चीज आपको यहां पर मिल रही है. और बेस्ट पार्ट पता है क्या है? बेस्ट पार्ट इज दैट here now you can get complete 1 month access of our course at rupees 490 only. So instead of giving 3990 which is the normal cost जो हम नॉर्मली चार्ज करते हैं, बिकॉज हम प्रोवाइड करते हैं एक पर्सनलाइज अटेंशन. आपकी जो क्लासेस होती हैं वो जूम पर होती हैं तो एक पर्सनलाइज अटेंशन रहती है, आपको पर्सनल डाउट क्लियरिंग सेशंस होते हैं. तो कॉस्ट तो लगती है बट इस मंथ आपको सिर्फ रुपीज 490 में ये एक्सेस आपको मिल रहा है. सो नाउ यू आर गेटिंग एक्सेस ओनली फॉर रुपीज 490. तो दिस इज द बेस्ट पार्ट एंड दिस इज वन टाइम अपॉर्चुनिटी फॉर यू कि आप 1 मंथ का एक्सेस हमसे ले सकते हैं रुपीज 490 ओनली. Myself Manoj Kumar, I am your physics faculty on APJ Academy and I'll be taking care of your physics subject. Previously, I was associated with many renowned coaching institutes online and offline. So I know that where student faces difficulty. तो मुझे ये पता है कि भैया स्टूडेंट कहाँ फेस करते हैं डिफिकल्टीज. ऑफलाइन पढ़ाने का ये फायदा रहता है कि पता रहता है कि असली में बच्चे कहाँ प्रॉब्लम फेस करते हैं, कहाँ पर उनको दिक्कत आती है. तो जहां जहां पर बच्चों को दिक्कत आती है वहां वहां पर है मेरी सारी ट्रिक्स. तो वेरेवर स्टूडेंट फेसेस डिफिकल्टीज आई हैव माय ओन इंडिविजुअल ट्रिक्स so which you can apply to solve the questions of JEE mains and advanced. Now in the previous lecture we have discussed that how force applies between the two charges and it is denoted by the Coulomb's force, right? Basically Coulomb's gave us a very important formula that whenever there are two charges q1 and q2 and they are separated by distance r. So when we have two charges q1 and q2 and they are having the separation r, then there will be a force which is equivalent to k q1 q2 by r square. But what will happen if there are multiple charges? Will we multiply this in this formula? No, a big no for that. For that we have the superposition rule, right? And the superposition rule is the important rule which I am going to tell you in today's class. So देखिए, अगर मैं आपको ये कह दूं कि I am having multiple charges. Multiple charges, sir. How many charges? Let's assume that there are 3 charges. Example. If there are 3 charges, तो अगर 3 charges होंगे, so they will be forming some triangle, right? If they are non-collinear, अगर non-collinear हमारे पास होंगे तो फिर हमारे पास क्या फॉर्म करेंगे? It will form triangle. And let us assume that this charge is plus q1, this charge is plus q2, and this charge is minus q3. Okay. Now, if we are having this thing, अगर हमारे पास ये चीज रहेगी कि चार्जेस हमारे पास वी हैव 3 चार्जेस q1 q2 and q3 and these are the polarity what they are having. This is the positive charge, this is the positive charge and this is the negative charge. I told you that I am following only one principle and I am sharing a very important trick through which you can solve any question related to JEE mains and JEE advanced. So let's see what will be your approach. I want that you should keep your approach very simple and the approach is in a very systematic manner. You will be following some steps and the steps are that you will be applying my rule which is rin. Actually, I believe that anything which we are doing, we can explain it to the computer. And what if I am explaining this to the computer? I have to tell him that what he has to do and how he has to calculate the things. So imagine that my computer is calculating this force for me, right? And I want to calculate the net force on this Q3 charge. So when I am there at this Q3, तो जब मैं इस Q3 पर पहुंच जाऊंगा, that means I have to reach there. The first R stands for you have to reach there, reach on the spot. Wherever you have to find out the net electric force, you have to reach there. So R denotes that. So you have to go there, right? And once you go there, the second I denotes you have to find out the individual forces. You have to find out the individual forces. So individual data, I can say that if you are at charge Q3, then due to charge Q1, अगर आप Q3 पर हैं तो due to charge Q1, what will be the force here? These two charges are opposite polarity. These two charges are of opposite polarity, right? So this charge, Q1 charge, will attract this Q3 towards it. So there will be some force. I can write this force as F1, and the magnitude of this force will be equals to minus of K Q1 Q3 divided by R square, right? This will be my formula for that. Now this charge is also positive, this charge is also negative. Here also this charge will attract this force. This charge, Q2 charge, will attract this minus Q3 with the force of minus of K Q2 Q3 divided by R, whatever it will be. I can say that the distance between 1 and 3 is R13, so I can make this as 13. Distance between 2 and 3 charge is 23, so I can keep this as 23, R23. So the force acting between the charges Q2 and minus Q3 is this. F is equals to minus of K Q2 Q3 divided by R square, right? So this will be my force. I hope these two things are clear to you. So when I am having multiple forces, I have to use this formula only. Even if I am having multiple charges, I have to apply this formula only. Only this formula is available to us. So what after that, sir? We have calculated the individual information. We have calculated the individual forces acting on this charge. Then what is the next step? The next step is N. N means now you can calculate the net effect. And for calculating the net effect, we have to do vector addition. So you know that how to add two vectors, or what is the resultant vector from the two vectors. So these forces are of vector quantity, right? So when two forces are acting, F1 and F2, then there must be some resultant vector. I can say that this resultant vector is Fnet, right? There must be some resultant vector. I can say this resultant vector is Fnet. The angle that Fnet will make from F1 will be alpha, and this Fnet, the value of Fnet is under root F1 square plus F2 square plus 2F1 F2 cos theta, right? So this is my value. So this is the resultant force which you have to apply. Please note it down. Please note it down. This is the resultant force which we have to use. And when we are done with this resultant force, the angle which this net force is making with this F1 will be equals to F2, right? F2 sine theta divided by F1 plus F2 cos theta. So this will be my two additional formulas which you must remember. So for solving JEE questions, you have to know this formula, and this formula. So these are very important formulas for you, right? And there are so many things which I am going to teach you, but we will go on slowly. Is it fine, my dear? If everything fine, we can move forward. Right? So these are the formulas which we have to use. And other than that, please note it down. Other than that, we have to use one thing. So 3 formula, I wrote it down. The 4th thing which you must know, that when, keep this as note, that when this is force F, this is force F, and this angle is 120 degree. When this force is F, this force is S, means 2 forces are acting on 2 objects, 1 object. 2 forces are acting on 1 object at a particular point, 2 forces are acting. Then the net resultant force will be equals to F. Okay, so this is my first note for you. Second note, you already know the Lemma's theorem. The Lemma's theorem you already know. That here, this is F1. This is F2, this is F3. This is alpha angle, this is beta angle, and this is gamma angle. So F1 upon sine alpha will be equals to F2 upon sine beta will be equals to F3 upon sine gamma. So this is my Lemma's theorem. So these are the things which you must require. So the first 3 formulas, and these are the 2 things which you must know. Other than that, we will do this in questions. Right? इसके अलावा जितनी भी चीजें चाहिए होंगी वो सब हम यूज करेंगे हमारे क्वेश्चंस में, and that is very important for you all guys. So let's move towards the question. So this is the first question which we are having, and we have to solve this question. See what is happening in this question. This question I took from NCERT exemplar. NCERT exemplar is very important for you to clear your basics. So before going to any book, DC Pandey, H.C. Verma, or some standard books, Engage book, you have to solve these questions, right? So here what is given to us? We are having 2 charges, Q and minus 3Q, are placed on x-axis separated by a distance d. So I can make this, that what is the diagram here? So here I am having charge Q, here I am having charge minus of 3Q, and the distance between them is d, right? Where should a third charge be placed? 2Q. 2Q is the third charge, and I have to find out the location, right? Because it is asking about that where should I can keep this third charge, which is 2Q, be placed such that it will not experience any force. So I can think of 3 reasons here. The first, the second, and the third. I can think of 3 reasons, first, second, and third. If I went to the second reason, अगर मैं second reason में पहुंचता हूं, and then I have to think, I have to apply those things only. I have only one concept for you, that is RIN. This is the only thing which I am teaching you. These are the steps which you have to apply. So this is the mindset, you can say. These are the steps which you have to follow whenever you are solving. Initially, when you are solving the physics question, you have to follow these things. What is RIN? You have to reach there. So what if I'll be standing in region 2 and the charge will be positive? So due to this positive charge, there will be repulsion on the right hand side, and due to this minus Q charge, there will be attraction towards this side only. So here force can't be equals to 0. So I cannot keep anything here. Here F net can't be equals to 0. So this can't be my reason. And I can easily see that Q is less than as compared to minus Q in terms of magnitude. So this is the only option which is left with me. So I have to keep my charge here. Why? Because I know that force is equals to K Q1 Q2 by R square, and if I'll increase this Q, then this force will increase, and if I'll decrease this R, this force will increase. Right? So these are the relations which I am having using the formula. So if I'll keep this charge here near to this larger charge, then force will be greater due to the charge, and also due to the distance from here, the distance will be less, so the force will be high. So I won't keep my charge, my third charge here for getting the net force 0. So my only option left is this part. So I have to keep this charge here only. So keep remember one thing in your mind, that whenever you are having two opposite charges, this is plus Q1, the other is minus of Q2, then you cannot keep your third charge or any other charge where you have to find out the electric field or force. It can't be equals to 0 in this region. It can only be equals to 0 in these two regions only. And this you can find out if I can say that if Q1 is greater than Q2 in terms of magnitude, then the reason will be this, right? So now I'm moving forward. So I'll be keeping my third charge here only, right? This is the position where I'm keeping my third charge. So here I'll be keeping 2Q here, and the distance I'm using the shortcut trick. First I'll be using the shortcut trick. Shortcut trick is that you have to first identify the distance from here. So I'm assuming that this distance is x, and from here the distance will be d plus x, right? It will be d plus x. So shortcut is you just need to know Q1 by Q2, just under root this Q1 by Q2, and here you will be having R1 by R2. So this is my R1, this is my R2. So using this formula directly, I can say that here Q1 will be Q, Q2 will be 3Q, R1 will be X, and this will be D plus X, right? So I am using the shortcut for you. Using this shortcut, you can easily find out the answer. I'm changing this font. So now I can cut this, right? You can easily cut this. So my answer will be 1 by root 3 is equals to x by d plus x. You can keep d plus x here, and this will be root 3x. You have to actually find out x. So x will be d will be root 3 minus of 1 x, and you will get the x as d by root 3 minus of 1. So you will get x is equals to root 3 minus of 1. So this is the answer which you will get, right? So this is the shortcut trick. And now as per the concept we will be doing, so if you are at point P where you are keeping this charge 2Q, if you are at point P, then what you will see, I'm going with the these things which I told you. So I'll be applying this mindset. I'll be going first, I'll be reaching there, I'll be finding out that what are the individual forces acting on that thing, and then I'll be getting the net effect. So when I'll reach there at point P, on reaching point P, I'll be seeing that due to plus Q charge, there will be some force. I can say that this force will be F1 due to plus Q charge. Okay. So the force due to that at that point will be equals to K 2Q Q divided by x square, right? So this will be the force which is acting on that part. So I am now doing it completely. Now the second part, F2 due to minus of 3Q, right? So this force will be equals to K 3Q 2Q divided by d plus x whole square. This is my part 2. And these two forces must be equal, right? First one is acting in the, this force is acting in the left direction, this force is acting in the right direction. So these forces must be equal. So if I am saying that F net is equals to 0, when F net is equals to 0, then these forces must be equal. When F net is equals to 0, these forces must be equal. So I can say that K 2Q Q divided by x square is equals to K 3Q 2Q d plus x whole square, right? You can cut this K here, 2Q here, right? Q here, and now you can take the under root as well. So by taking the under root, you will be getting 1 by x is equals to root 3 upon d plus x. So this is the same thing which you are getting here, right? Same thing which you are getting here. So similarly, by solving this equation, you will be getting x is equals to d by root 3 minus of 1. So this is the answer which you will be getting, right? So I told you that we will be using some shortcut. So this is the shortcut which we will be using in case of electric field, and in case of force. You can use this formula directly for the null point, right? So we will be applying this formula, and using this formula we will be solving the questions. So please note it down. I am moving forward with our next question. Right? So as I told you that I'll be sharing very important tips and tricks for solving the questions which might come in your JEE exam. So first shortcut which I am teaching you is the shortcut for getting null point. For getting null point in electrostatic, you will be having either in case of electric force, okay, in case of Coulomb's force, or in case of electric field. So I am writing here in case of electric force or electric field. In case of electric force or electric field, what it could be? It could be like this. Here I am having plus Q1 charge. Here I am having plus Q2 charge. Okay, both the charges are same. Both the charges are of same polarity. Then the neutral point will be somewhere here, and the distance from neutral point from Q1 will be R1. From Q2 it will be R2. Then there will be a relation Q1 by Q2 under root is equals to R1 by R2. Okay, so this is the case 1. This is the case 1 when I am having two similar types of charges. Okay, they are adjacent to each other. Now case 2, when I am telling you case 2. So for case 2, I am having different scenario. Here I am having two charges. First charge is positive, second charge is negative, and also I am saying that Q1 is greater than Q2, right? So this is the case, Q1 is greater than Q2. Now the force cannot be equals to 0 here, the electric field cannot be equals to 0 here. in this region it won't be 0. When Q1 is greater than Q2, the electric field will be 0 on the right hand side. So I can keep this point as P. I can keep this point as P, and the distance from Q1, I'll be taking this as R1. Distance from here, I'll be taking this as R2, and this formula will be same. Q1 by Q2 is equals to R1 by R2. Similar approach you can apply it when Q1 is less than Q2, right? Similar approach you can use. Or if you're writing all these things in your notes, I can write it for you as well. This is the case 3. Right, this is the case 3. For case 3, what we are going to do, Q1 is less than Q2, then what will happen? What will change in this scenario? I'm having this pattern of charges. So what will going to change? We'll be having P point here, right? We'll be having P point here. The distance from Q1 will be R1 here, right? The distance from Q2 will be R2 here. The formula will remain same. I'll be teaching you only those tricks which will apply to every types of questions. So it's not like that you have to learn these tricks explicitly. These tricks you will be using in each and every question, right? Whenever you have to find out the null point, for getting the null points in case of electric fields or electric force or electric field, you will be using this trick only. Whatever charges you are having, keep this charge as Q1 and Q2. Okay, you will be finding the null point in these two forces only, in these two combinations of charges only. So whenever I am having Q1 and Q2, I can take the root and I can take the distance from that Q1 charge to that point where I am finding or I am thinking that electric field will be 0 or the electric force will be 0, right? So these are the things, please note it down. And now we are moving towards the question, because questions are very important. If we do not know that where and how to apply these tricks, then it's no use, right? So let's go and find out that how we are going to solve this question, these types of questions. So shall we go? Please do let me know. If you have noted down, we can move forward. One more trick you can write. That will be for the electrostatic potential. One more trick. Electrostatic potential. So if you want to calculate the electrostatic potential, right, and you have to find out that where the electric potential will be 0, then case 1 could be when this is Q1 charge, this is Q2 charge. So nowhere, right, nowhere V can't be equals to 0. हम लोकेशन निकाल ही नहीं सकते जहां पे पोटेंशियल 0 होगी. केस 2, case 2, Q1 is greater than Q2. So when Q1 is greater than Q2, then we are going to find out. So this could be the point. यहाँ पर भी हो सकता है. There are 2 points. Keep this in your mind. So potential will be 0 at 2 points. So there will be 2 points. Here this is the point P1 and here this is the point P2. So whenever I am finding out that where will my potential will be 0, so there will be 2 points, right? So if I am thinking of this point, I can take this as R1 I can take this as R2, right? If I'm talking about P1 point, so I can keep this thing as Q1, Q2. There will be no root in this trick. So this is the simple trick which we are having. So you can use this Q1 by Q2 is equals to R1 by R2, right? Using this, you can easily solve. And if I'm thinking of P2 charge, right? If I'm thinking of the charge is at P2, or I have to find out the potential at P2, and I need to find out that, or I need to show that at point P2 the electric potential is 0, then what I have to do is, here I'll be considering this distance as R1 and this distance as R2. Then also I'll be using this thing, right? So keep remember this point, that R1 is the distance from that charge from where we are thinking that this force is applying, right? So these are the things which you have to keep in your mind. I can change the fonts for you. I think that it will be a better. So please note it down. We can move forward, right? So these are the shortcut tricks. Now let's apply these shortcut tricks in our questions. So here we have to find out a particular point where the electric field intensity will be 0. And if electric field intensity is 0, the force will also be 0. So here what is given to us, we will be solving these types of questions using our trick only. Okay, we will not apply any other formula, other fancy things. So here two charges are given. First charge is plus 2 microcoulomb, the other charge is, what is happening? No Siri, well, thank you. So here we have 2 points, 2 microcoulomb and 8 microcoulomb. They are placed 12 centimeter apart. What will be? This is 2 microcoulomb. This is 8 microcoulomb, right? And they are separated by a distance of 12 centimeters. What will be the position of the points where the electric field intensity will be 0? तो कहां होगी हमारे पास वो वाला पॉइंट जिस पर इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड हमारे पास 0 होगी? So here what you have to do is just you need to use this trick, shortcut trick, which I told you. You have to take both these charges Q1 and Q2. I assume this as Q1, this is as Q2. I'll be taking the root of these charges. The distance from Q1 will be R1. Distance from Q2 will be R2, right? So this will give me 1 by 4. I can keep this as 1 by 2 if I'll keep the root. And the distance from here, I'll be taking this as x, R1 as x. Then R2 will be 12 minus of x. So it will be 12 minus of x because I'm finding the null point in between. So that will be 12 minus of x is equals to 2x. That will be 12 is equals to 3x. So here I'm getting x is equals to 4 centimeter. So x is equals to 4 centimeter. But 4 centimeter from where? 4 centimeter from the 2 microcoulomb. And you have to imagine first, because if you do not imagine it, then there will be a very big issue when you are solving this question in your exam, because there you are having some options and you have some intensity that you have to mark this, right? Even if you are applying some logic, you can easily find out that what are the answers here. So first and foremost thing is that we are having two charges, 2 microcoulomb and 8 microcoulomb. So null point can't be at the center, right? I hope this thing is clear to you. These are separated by 12 centimeters, so it can't be 6 centimeter here. It can't be 6 centimeter here. This is, I am pretty much sure. Where will be the null point? Null point will be towards the charge which is having less magnitude. So null point will be here only. Hey, are you getting that? So null point will be in this region only, right? So it will be closer to 2 microcoulomb. So according to that also, if you are, if you believe that your thinking process is right, you can easily ignore this point. But here the problem is that none of these are given to us. So if none of these are given to us, we are only left with that we have to calculate. Otherwise, I'll be able to mark this question as per the options only, right? So our answer is 4 centimeter from 2 microcoulomb. I hope that you are getting that how we are solving this. No, Surya, I told you that the answer is Q1 by Q2. Under root Q1 by Q2, R1 by R2. This is the thing which you have to use. So 4 centimeter is the answer which we are getting here, right? So electric field will be equals to 0 at this point, 4 centimeter. Now we are moving forward. This is the same question which you are having. Same type of question. Here also you have to apply this trick only. So there are 2 point charges Q and 4Q. I know that Q1 by Q2 is equals to R1 by R2, right? So these two are both, these charges are of positive character and they are separated by a distance of 6a. I can keep this as x, that will be 6a minus of x, right? So this will be again 1 by 2 is equals to x upon 6a minus of x. So it will be 6a minus of x is equals to 2x, 6a is equals to 3x, and x is equals to 2a. So 2a is the distance from Q1 and Q1 is plus Q, right? So my answer will be first option. So here my answer will be first option. What is happening here? We are having two charges, plus Q and plus 4Q. They are separated by a distance of 6a, and we know that both, when these two charges are here, both these charges are positive, then what we have to do is we have to find out a point where the electric field is 0. That point will be in between these two charges. So I am taking x distance from here and I am taking 6a minus of x distance from here, and I am keeping this charge as Q1. I am keeping that distance R1 as x. I am keeping this charge as Q2, and I am keeping this R2 as 6a minus of x. So this is what I am doing currently, right? So this is the answer of this question. So let's move forward. Now there is another problem, but this problem is slightly different from the previous one. Now in this type of question, we are having two charges, plus and minus. So when we are having two charges, plus and minus, what we have to do is, this is plus 16 microcoulomb, this is minus 9 microcoulomb. Right? And they are separated by a distance of 8 centimeter. They are separated by a distance of 8 centimeter on a horizontal plane. What will be the position of the point where the electric field intensity will be 0? So I better know. भाई हम जानते हैं कि it will be 0 near to the point जिसका मैग्नीट्यूड छोटा होगा, है ना? जिसका मैग्नीट्यूड हमारे पास छोटा है उसके पास ये हमारे पास क्या आ जाएगा शॉर्टकट ट्रिक आपको अप्लाई करनी है. यू हैव टू अप्लाई ओनली शॉर्टकट ट्रिक. So shortcut is under root Q1 by Q2 is equals to R1 by R2, right? So the R1 distance is from the Q1 charge, and I am taking this charge as Q1 this time. So this will be my X here, and I'll be thinking that the point will be here, and this distance will be R2, and that will be 8 plus X. So I can take this as X, this as 8 plus of X, and the charges will be 9 upon 16. So these charges will be 9 by 16 is equals to X upon 8 plus of X. So I can keep this as 3 by 4. So it will be 3 by 4 is equals to X by 8 plus of X. So if you multiply, cross multiply these things, you can able to solve the answer. You can able to get the answer. So it will be 8 1 8 2 to 16 8 0 24. 24 plus 3x is equals to 4 of x, and I'm getting the x as 24 centimeter. So my x is 24 centimeter. So this is the shortcut trick which you have to apply. So 24 centimeter from where? This is the question, right? The two options are here. 24 centimeter from 16 microcoulomb or 24 centimeter from 9 microcoulomb? So the answer is 24 centimeter from 9 microcoulomb. So this is my answer. I hope that you got how we are going to solve this question. Is it clear, my dear? Surya. Is it clear, my dear? Is this shortcut trick clear to you? Because this is very important shortcut trick, and most of the time you will be getting it. You have to find out the point where you have to get the point where the electric field or the net force is 0. So this is the best method which you can use. This is the best method which you can apply. Now moving forward. This is also a very important question. So let's see what's happening in this question. This question is from NCERT exemplar, and this question is one of the most important question for clearing the concept of physics related to the electrostatic. So here we are given 3 charges, A, B and C. We do not know the polarity of these charges. We have to see the electric field lines, and we have to use our concept to get that what are the polarities of these charges, or what are the types of these 2 charges. So as we know that the electric field lines, will move away from the positive charge, and electric field lines will be inward towards the negative charge. So when these 2 things are happening, I can easily say that this A charge is positive, this B charge is negative, this C charge is positive. How many of you got this thing? So which charges are positive? So my A and C charges are positive. Now the next question. In the next question, what they are asking is, they are asking you that which charge has the largest magnitude and why. So comparing the magnetic field, comparing the electric field lines near point B, near point C and near point A, we are able to see that the electric field lines near C are maximum. So when electric field lines near C is maximum, we can say that C is having the maximum charge. Now in the third part, what is happening here? In the third part, in which region or regions of the picture could the electric field be 0? So we have find out it. Already we know. I told you the trick, that how we are going to solve this. The trick was, what was the trick? We know that whenever 2 similar types of charges are there, जब भी होंगे same types of charges, क्या बीच में इलेक्ट्रिक फोर्स 0 हो सकती है? बिल्कुल हो सकती है. बीच में इलेक्ट्रिक फोर्स 0 हो सकती है? बिल्कुल 0 हो सकती है. इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड 0 हो सकती है? बिल्कुल हो सकती है. बट अगर मेरे पास पॉजिटिव और नेगेटिव चार्जेस होंगे तो क्या बीच में इलेक्ट्रिक फोर्स 0 हो सकती है? नाउ प्लीज टेल मी दैट व्हेन देयर आर 2 अपोजिट चार्जेस प्लस एंड माइनस, when there are 2 opposite charges plus and minus, there won't be any point in between these 2 charges where the electric field and force will be 0. So there won't be any point between these 2 charges when these 2 charges are of opposite sign. यहां पर बीच में कोई भी ऐसा पॉइंट नहीं होगा जिसपे इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड या फिर फोर्स 0 आ जाए. तो वी एबल टू गेट इट कि भाई पॉजिटिव और नेगेटिव के बीच में इसमें ये आंसर नहीं हो सकता, बिकॉज इट इज आस्किंग अस द थर्ड पार्ट इज आस्किंग अस दैट इन विच रीजन और रीजंस ऑफ द पिक्चर कुड द इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड बी 0. तो बेसिकली इट इज आस्किंग अस दैट कहां पर हो सकती है इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड 0. सो इट वोंट बी बिटवीन बी एंड सी, इट वोंट बी बिटवीन ए एंड बी. तो कहां होगी? वेयर इट कुड बी? इट कुड बी only between positive and positive charges or negative or negative charges. So it will be between A and C, right? Between A and C. But where? Between A and C, will it be near to A, near to C? It will be near to the smaller charge. So out of these A and C, which is having the smaller charge magnitude? C. So it will be near to C. So near to A. So near to A, I'll be having electric field 0. So how many of you are able to get this? Very, very simple point. I already told you that whenever we are having same types of charges, positive, positive or positive, negative, then we can find out the force 0, electric field 0, and the point where it will be, that will be Q1 by Q2 under root is equals to R1 by R2. In this video only we have discussed this thing. In this video only. Right? If everything fine, you can give the dap. We can move forward. If this thing is clear to you, my dear friends, we can move forward with the next. But as I always say, that if your real aim is to crack the JEE exam, you should be focusing more on the process rather than the goal. Because winners and losers have same goal. सभी का गोल एक ही है कि आईआईटी एग्जाम क्लियर करना है और आपको बढ़िया किसी टॉप आईआईटी में जाना है, एडमिशन लेना है. बट द ओनली डिफरेंस जो विनर और लूजर में होगा, दैट इज द प्रोसेस. बिकॉज आईआईटी, गेटिंग द एडमिशन इन आईआईटी इज नॉट द एंड. गेटिंग द बेस्ट डिग्री, बेस्ट कॉलेज ग्रेड्स, वो आपको चाहिए, क्योंकि वो आपको जॉब दिलवाएगा, एडमिशन नहीं दिलवाएगा जॉब आपको. राइट? सो प्रोसेस इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. एंड फॉर प्रोसेस को इजी बनाने के लिए we have our this YouTube channel. On this YouTube channel we are providing you free classes regularly, right? You can subscribe this YouTube channel. हर एक क्लास के बाद you are getting the assignments as well, right? एक complete schedule है that each day at 7 o'clock you have to be present on this YouTube channel, because every day you are getting some very, very informational lectures. And I am happy to announce that APJ Academy is launching its full year course, which is a paid course. In this paid course, we will be providing you free study material, personal doubt solving session. I am mainly emphasizing on this because your doubts are personal, isn't it? भाई आपको कोई कॉन्सेप्ट समझ में नहीं आया तो it is your issue. दूसरे को किसी समझ में आ गया तो ठीक है. So personal doubt solving session है which no one is providing. We are here at APJ Academy, we are providing personal doubt solving session to everyone. Full length tests are there, assignment and DPPs are there, and we ensure that we will provide you such type of content that you will be 100% confident that you will be getting into the IITs or NITs, right? So this type of confidence we are having in this online course. One lifetime opportunity आपके पास है. डेट अभी ये जो हमारा ऑफर चल रहा है 3990, आपको पे नहीं करना. 1 month का एक्सेस यू कैन गेट इट एट ₹490 ओनली. So now APJ Academy is providing a quality education at a very, very affordable rate, which is ₹490. At only ₹490 we are providing you the complete course, right? For 1 month आपके पास ये पूरा का पूरा एक्सेस आपको मिल जाएगा. नाउ लेट्स मूव टू द क्वेश्चन पार्ट. So this is the question. Next question we are going to solve. This is JEE previous year question. This question is directly from JEE PYQ. Mains का है. This question is from JEE mains. Let's see how many of you are able to solve this. The question is asking us that there are 3 charges plus Q, Q and plus Q are placed respectively at a distance of 0, d by 2 and d from the origin. Okay. So here I'm having origin, here I'm having d, here I'm having d by 2. I hope this thing is clear to you. At here I am having plus Q charge, here I am having plus Q charge, and here I am having Q charge. Okay. If the net force experienced by plus Q, if the net force experienced by plus Q at origin is 0, then the value of Q. What is the value of Q here? First and foremost, what you need to identify, you can easily remove 2 options from here. How, sir? How I can remove two options from here? Because if you believe that if this charge is positive, then due to this positive charge, force will act in this direction, and due to this charge, force will act in this direction. So force cannot be equal to 0. So positive answer. So answer cannot be positive. How many of you are able to get this? So I can easily remove this thing, right? So positive तो नहीं हो सकता है, तो that means कि it must be negative, right? It must be negative. Why? Because due to this negative charge, it will be attracted toward this, and due to this positive charge, it will be repelled by this. So these two forces must be balanced to get the zero force. This is the superposition rule which we are studying, right? Now, as you know, that these two forces must be balanced, right? So these two forces must be balanced. So I have steps or approach, you can say, and this approach is very simple. This approach is very simple, and the approach is RIN. You just have to divide this concept. You just have to divide this concept in three parts. What are these three parts? First, you have to reach where you have to find out the force. So I'll be reaching here. Imagine yourself that you are here, and after reaching there, please shout it out. Please shout out that कौन है जो मुझ पे force लगा रहा है? भाई, who are the ones who are applying forces on me? So here you are getting the answer that I am the one who is applying the force, and I am the one. The first charge is this. So this is applying force F1. I can write this as K. Q is the plus Q, and here I am having Q divided by distance is D by 2 whole square. I hope that this thing is clear to you. Due to this charge minus Q. Now this charge is applying another force, right? This charge is applying another force, and this force is F2. That will be K Q divided by distance D square, and these two forces must be equal, right? First we have to reach there. I already told you what is this RIN. First you have to reach there. Second, you have to identify the individual leaders. You have to find out the individual datas, and next thing is you have to find out the net effect. So these are the three things which you must apply. So comparing these two things, you will be getting K Q divided by D square is equals to K Q divided by D square, and here it will be 4. Now you can cut this Q with this Q, K with this K, D square with this square, and you will be getting Q is equals to Q by 4, right? So negative charge will be there, right? Obviously negative charge will be there. So my answer will be this one. This is the answer. How many of you are able to understand what we are doing here? Just we need to know that how we are going to apply the tricks which I am telling you. Just you require the tricks, right? Shall we move? बढ़ जाएं आगे. Now the next part is, this question is very simple, and this question is also from JEE PYQ. This question is also from JEE PYQ. IIT JEE PYQ. भैया ये PYQ का क्वेश्चन है, देखते हैं कौन इसे कर पाता है. Let's see how many of you are able to solve this. An electric dipole is placed at an angle of 30 degree to a non-uniform electric field. The dipole will experience. It's very simple. Whenever you are placing any dipole in non-uniform electric field, then it will experience a torque as well as translational. Rotational and translational, both those forces will be there. So my D is the answer. Right? Whenever we are placing any dipole In non-uniform electric field, it will experience a rotational force as well as the translational force. When both these forces are there, we'll be getting a swirling motion, right? So let's move forward. As I told you that I'm very happy to announce that APJ Academy is running its full year course and there is discounts going on right now. So you can join our full year course at a very discounted price, which is rupees 490 only. No one in this era is providing you such a quality content at this price point. So you can join this APJ Academy full year course. What are we providing? What are the things what we are providing is the study material. Study material is very important because a structured study material will help you to clarify your doubts, will help you to revise all the important concepts. The second thing is the test series. We are providing you the test series where it contains 25 major tests as per the NTA. Query solving sessions are there, lesson plans are there, 20 plus lectures will be there for you. And APJ Academy, these are the features which we are providing. Assignment, DPPs, you will be getting many things. And first and foremost thing that you have to join this Telegram channel, which is ALT JEE. So you can download the PDF material, right? The classes which I am taking, you can download the PDF material from this Telegram group. The classes are totally free of cost. Announcement sessions will be there. Discounts and prizes you will be getting if you are joining this Telegram group. So do not miss this opportunity. This is totally free of cost. Just you have to download the Telegram app, and after downloading the Telegram app, you have to be the member of this Telegram group, right? Now, and our crash course is also running where we are providing 90 plus classes. Duration will be till your exam, JEE exam, which is on this June only. So syllabus will be covered by me and I'll be using the flipped classroom method here. What is flipped classroom method? I'll explain you in the next slide. And special emphasis will be given on doubt clearing session because this is very important. Because if your doubts are not cleared, then it will be very difficult, right? So this is how our paid courses looks. First, we will provide you the theory classes. Second thing, we will provide you the study materials. After that, first two things, when these two things are cleared, then we will be providing you a free live webinar. If you are in our paid course, there is no charge, extra charge for you, right? Each and everything is totally included. So in the webinar, what you will be getting, you are getting a personalized attention. And next time, once we are done with this live webinar, we will be providing you the homework and we will be checking your homework regularly. The most important mistake, I would be saying important mistake. Why? Because I believe that whenever you are not solving your questions, whenever you are not practicing enough number of questions, then only you will face difficulties. If you are solving regularly the MCQs, you won't face any issues. So basically we will be checking that whether you are solving the package or not, right? Everyone requires coaching because I believe that coaching only provides these four things. This is my personal thing, that I believe that coaching will provide you only these four things. Other things will depends upon your luck, that whether you got selected or not. We at APJ Academy is providing you a calendar schedule where your consistency will be maintained. Because if you are consistent, you know that when we are taking your classes, then there will be a consistency, right? At this affordable price, which is only 490, you will be getting a calendar schedule where you will be getting classes. Then once you are getting the calendar schedule, you will be having the consistency, and consistency provide you the confidence. Confidence will provide you that you will be able to solve the challenging question without any teacher. And once you are able to solve the challenging question, your capability will improve. And once your capability will improve, you will more focus on getting selected in JEE. Everyone requires coaching. Even Virat Kohli, the champion of batting, also requires a coach, right? So we at APJ Academy is providing you these many things, and the most important part is that we are accepting all types of online payments, and you can make the part payment as well. What is part payment? That if you want monthly course, you can do that. If you want only the structured course, you only want my classes, or you want only the physics, chemistry or maths, you can do that. If you only want study material from us, you can purchase that. If you only want test series, you can purchase that. So each and everything is depending upon you. So there is completely democracy, right? So for personal mentoring, one-to-one session as per your requirement, join now APJ Academy, and you can, if you have any doubt, then you can telegram me at Manoj Sir JEE. So this is my telegram ID, Manoj Sir JEE, right? So you can use this telegram ID to send me the direct message, right? So I'm thanking you for joining this session. I'm ending this session here only, and currently, as I told you, that our offer is running on at rupees 490 only. You are getting the complete 1 month access of our course. You are getting 1 month access of our course. So please join this. Okay. So till then, bye bye.